Hello students, welcome to message number 1 where we just kind of touch base on some issues where people have had some questions either in the regular classroom, the hybrid, or the online. Okay, one of the first questions is about the accessing the Connect system and the Connect grade. And first of all, let me tell you this. If you go into Pause, let me switch over to Pause, and I'm under the Dropbox folder right now, you'll see that I do have placeholders here for the Connect assignments. Now, I use these placeholders to give you some instructions for accessing Connect. Notice that I do tell you not to submit files into this area, so do not submit any files. But whatever your class section is, you should find the hyperlink here to access that. There's been a lot of problems with typos or maybe sometimes misunderstandings because hyperlinks tend to be underlined, and so if your particular hyperlink has an underscore, that may have caused you some confusion. But you can, regardless of your class section, go to the Dropbox, go to the Connect assignment, you will find the link. I also am telling you that these problems come directly from your book, and you can read them in advance, especially if you have limited access to the internet. You can get the process down, then go online and perhaps complete them very quickly. Now, where does the grade go? Because when you're in the system, you might notice that you're not seeing your grade. Okay, so that's where this slide comes into play. You complete the problems in Connect, okay, and you see your score in Connect. Now, after the assignment due date has passed, your instructor, that's me, will manually type these grades into Pause. Okay? Only then will you see your Connect grades in Pause. And remember, that's because you're going to take those quizzes over and over and over again, earn the highest grade possible. And I give all students until the due date. So some students will make 100 very early. Some students it may take till the end, but regardless, I don't record the highest grade into Pause until the very end. So this young lady says, well, does that mean we cannot view Connect? Our Connect grades? Absolutely not. It just simply means that you need to monitor your Connect grades in Connect until I transfer them over. All right. Next question has been about the exam, and hopefully you've gotten this information. Let me make this just a little bit bigger. Okay. There's no makeup exams. Please be aware of that. If you miss an exam, forget to take it, don't complete it by the due date, that's going to be your drop grade. If that happens twice, then that's really not good, right? Because that means that that you have a 0 in the grade book. So, you know, take those exams, right? You are expected to work independently. That means when you prepare your note sheet, that means when you're taking the test, if you're in the online environment, you are not to collaborate, okay? We have enough problems with dishonesty in business and industry, the Bernie Madoffs and the Enron companies. You need to do this by yourself. You will be given the test. If you're in the traditional classroom, then you take it in class. If you're in a hybrid, you take it in class. If you're in the online environment, you'll be given a certain set of dates. Be aware that the test is timed, and so you will, once you sit down to take it, you need to be prepared to spend the necessary time to complete it. Also be aware that once that due date passed, I will not give extensions, okay? You need to be prepared to work it during the time period. There's 2 parts, as I discussed in the welcome message. There's the 50 points that are going to come directly from the Pause quiz, and then there's the 50 points that are going to come from your Connect problems. If you're in the traditional or the hybrid classes, you are not allowed to access your notes and books, but you are allowed to have an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper front and back. In the digital world, this means that you're going to be able to type 2 pages. For all class sections, even in the online, you will be required to submit your note sheet. Again, this is a learning tool. It helps you organize your thoughts, organize your formulas. It makes you faster as you take the test, and so it's a great study tool. Okay, so you need to do that, and you will be asked to submit it. That's easy points for you. All right, we're going to continue this message in part 2 of this video, so we will see you then.